Welcome to Forbit Sleep, where science meets the serene void before you drift into the dream world. Take a deep, slow breath. Inhale the cool, conditioned oxygen of your sanctuary, and let it completely expand your chest. As you exhale, imagine releasing the heavy, suffocating summer heat that has been lingering outside your room all day. Feel the physical weight of the atmosphere lifting off your eyelids, your jaw, and your shoulders. In this custom-built cosmic shelter, the chaotic noises, the sticky humidity, and the exhausting demands of Earth cannot reach you. You are entering a realm of absolute safety, a digital and scientific sanctuary specifically engineered for your mind to rest, detaching completely from the frantic frequency of the waking world. Tonight, our destination lies exactly 33 light years away from the bed you are lying on. We are leaving the solar system behind, bypassing the familiar rocky planets, and entering the quiet constellations of the deep, velvety sky. Look through the massive, triple-reinforced glass observation window of your spaceship cabin. The sun, which felt so blazing and intense just hours ago, is now shrinking into a tiny, distant needle point of pale gold. With every passing second, it grows dimmer, eventually vanishing into the endless, dark expanse of the interstellar medium. Ahead of us is the constellation Leo, a cosmic quadrant holding one of the most beautiful, terrifying, and mesmerizing paradoxes ever discovered by modern astrophysics. As we cross the boundary into deep space, the spaceship shifts into a silent, automated cruise control. The rhythmic, ultra-low-frequency hum of the antimatter engines begins to pulse gently through the floorboards, acting as a deep, sonic anchor for your consciousness. It is a steady, predictable vibration that perfectly matches a calming delta wave frequency. Adjust your blanket. Feel the cool air coming from the cabin vents, keeping you perfectly insulated. Lean back into the pilot's seat. Your long, peaceful journey into the frozen void of Gliese 436b has officially begun. The distance between stars is a vast, silent ocean, mostly empty but filled with the invisible tapestry of dark matter, ancient starlight, and cosmic dust. As our ship glides smoothly through this interstellar highway, the external temperature sensors drop rapidly toward absolute zero. The coldest state possible in our universe. Yet, inside your cabin, you are cocooned in a stable, climate-controlled warmth. This contrast, the absolute freezing infinity outside, and the safe, warm shelter inside, is deeply comforting to your nervous system. You are an observer, a traveler in a high-tech cocoon, completely detached from the physical limitations of gravity and time. Let the darkness outside fill your vision. The universe is wide, silent, and patient. There is no rush here. There are no schedules to keep, no messages to answer, and no problems to solve. The machinery of the ship is doing all the work for you. All that is required of you is to exist, to breathe, and to let yourself float along with the current of the stars. As we travel deeper into the Leo constellation, the pitch-black void begins to change. A faint, eerie crimson glow starts to illuminate the edges of your cockpit, casting long, soft shadows across the control panels. This crimson light belongs to Gliese 436, a mature red dwarf star. This star is vastly different from our own sun. It is much smaller, significantly cooler, and burns its nuclear fuel with an ancient, slow, and dim red radiance. It does not blast the blinding white-yellow light of Earth's sun. Instead, it casts a steady, hypnotic ruby glow across the vacuum of space, looking like a giant, dying ember glowing in a cosmic fireplace. It is a light that inherently signals the end of a cycle, the coming of night, and the beginning of deep rest. As the spaceship approaches this alien solar system, the onboard navigation computers begin the complex mathematics of orbital insertion. You can hear the faint, mechanical sighs of the hydraulic thrusters as they gently fire to adjust our trajectory. The crimson light of the red dwarf washes entirely over the cabin now, painting your hands, your blanket, and the observation deck in deep shades of indigo and soft burgundy. Your eyes naturally track the slow, rhythmic pulsing of the cockpit indicator lights. Everything is functioning flawlessly. You are safe. You are being carried by forces greater than yourself, drifting closer to a planetary world that challenges the very foundations of human logic and planetary physics. Look closer into the ruby glare. a massive shadow begins to separate itself from the star's crimson corona. This is the planet Gliese 436b. At first glance, it appears as a majestic, shimmering sphere of deep sapphire and dark violet, roughly the size of Neptune, hanging silently in the dark. But as the ship aligns its advanced optical sensors, you notice a breathtaking sight. The planet is not alone. It is accompanied by a colossal, ghostly shroud that stretches across the vacuum of space. A massive tail of vapor streams behind the planet for millions of miles, making this giant world look like a titanic, celestial comet tearing through the dark. This cosmic tail is composed entirely of hydrogen gas and water vapor, constantly evaporating from the planet's upper atmosphere, because it is locked in an incredibly tight, suffocating orbit with its host star. As we slide into a high, geostationary orbit on the edge of this atmosphere, a soft, misty frost begins to form at the corners of your thick glass window. The planet below is a place where fire and frost coexist in an eternal stalemate. The outer layers of the world are actively boiling into space, yet its structural core remains locked in ice. The sheer, unfathomable scale of this cosmic structure makes the anxieties of your daily life feel incredibly small, microscopic, and utterly irrelevant. In the grand, silent design of the universe, your mind finds a comforting sense of insignificance. You do not need to carry the weight of your world tonight. You are just a silent observer, floating safely in a warm ship, watching the majestic laws of nature play out across the cosmos. Let us examine the incredible science that governs this strange, forbidden world. Gliese 436b orbits its red dwarf star at an impossibly close distance. It is roughly 13 times closer to its star than Mercury is to our Sun. Because of this incredibly tight cosmic embrace, the concept of time on this planet is completely warped. A full year on Gliese 436b, the time it takes to complete one full revolution around its star, lasts only 2.5 Earth days. It rushes through the vacuum of space at a dizzying speed, trapped in a relentless gravitational tug-of-war with its ruby master. Because it is so dangerously close to the star, the outer atmosphere of the planet is continuously baked to a blistering 430 degrees Celsius. On Earth, or anywhere else in our normal experience, water exposed to such extreme heat would instantly boil, turn into steam, and scatter into the air. By all the conventional laws of thermodynamics, Gliese 436b should be a barren, dried-out rock, and yet it defies the rules. It remains covered in massive, thousands of miles deep oceans of solid ice. The secret to this paradox lies deep within the planet's immense, heavy mass. The gravitational pull of Gliese 436b is so powerful, so relentlessly dense, that it acts like a giant, invisible hydraulic press of cosmic proportions. The planet's gravity reaches out into the atmosphere, grabs the water molecules, and violently pulls them downward toward the core. It compresses the water with such overwhelming, shattering force that the molecules are physically jammed together. They are packed so tightly that they cannot expand into steam, no matter how much heat the red dwarf star blasts onto them. This extreme gravitational pressure forces the water into an exotic, high-density, crystalline state known to science as Ice 10. This is not the cold, fragile ice you find in winter or in a glass of water. This is a crystalline solid that is physically hot to the touch. A burning, glowing glacier that stands completely solid despite being surrounded by 400-degree temperatures. It is an exotic material born from the ultimate pressure of the cosmos. Think about this scientific reality as you watch the swirling blue and purple storms of hot ice beneath the ship. If the universe can find a physical way to balance 400 degrees of blistering heat with solid structural ice, your mind can easily find a way to balance its internal state. You can hold the warm security of your inner thoughts while simultaneously allowing your body to cool down, relax, and sink heavily into the mattress. The human mind, much like the planet below, is a beautiful landscape of paradoxes. You can be awake enough to listen to the cadence of my voice, yet close enough to the edge of unconsciousness to let go of your grip on reality. Feel the deep relaxation spreading from the top of your forehead, releasing the tension behind your eyes, moving past your jaw and into your chest. The immense gravity of the ice planet below is a symbol of absolute stability. Let that stability ground you. The universe is holding the stars in place, and your body knows exactly how to transition into sleep. Let go of the controls. Let the automated systems of your mind guide you down. The spaceship's automated flight computer chimes softly, a low-toned melodic hum that signals a major tactical change in our orbital trajectory. We are now gently slipping away from the day sod of Gliese 436b, crossing the threshold known as the Terminator Line, the permanent twilight zone that separates the blistering, star-facing hemisphere from the eternal darkness of the night side. As the intense ruby glare of the red dwarf star slowly dips below the planetary horizon, a profound change washes over the spacecraft. The stark, high-contrast light shifts into a deep, soothing midnight blue, immediately signaling to your brain that it is time to wind down. Darkness falls over the ship's control panels, but this is not an empty, frightening blackness. It is a rich, luminescent landscape of exotic chemistry and physics. Without the stars' blinding radiation to overpower the senses, the true, hidden beauty of the burning ice world begins to reveal itself. Far below us, within the high-altitude clouds of the planet, bioluminescent atmospheric gases begin to glow faintly in the dark. They create massive, rippling waves of neon purple, electric indigo, and deep emerald green that slowly mimic the aurora borealis of Earth, but on a scale that defies imagination. These cosmic curtains of light twist and fold over the frozen oceans of Ice 10, casting a soft, undulating reflection across the viewport of your cabin. As the ship plunges deeper into the planet's immense shadow, the frost on your thick glass observation window grows significantly thicker. The microscopic ice crystals outside begin to aggregate, branching out into intricate, highly organized geometric patterns that slowly catch the faint, shimmering light of billions of ancient, undiscovered galaxies. The cabin's internal climate control system makes a whisper-quiet adjustment, increasing the ambient warmth just enough to keep you feeling perfectly snug, safe, and protected under your heavy blanket. As the visual world outside turns into a frozen dreamscape, you are now completely enveloped in the ultimate, unbroken quiet of the planetary shadow. There is no day here. There is no mourning to prepare for, no obligations waiting on the horizon. There is only an endless, beautiful night, stretching out into the infinity of the cosmos. Let your eyes follow the slow, wave-like motion of the purple auroras. With every wave that crests and fades, feel your mind copying that exact same rhythm, slowing down, turning inward, and dissolving the remaining fragments of your day. Let us listen to the environment that surrounds you in this deep space sanctuary. In the vacuum outside, the laws of physics dictate that sound cannot travel. It is a world of absolute, majestic silence. Yet, as our ship skims the very upper, hyper-thin layers of Gliese 436b's atmosphere, a unique phenomenon occurs. A gentle, cosmic blizzard of frozen hydrogen, helium, and stray ice crystals is swept along by the planetary winds, rushing softly against the heavily insulated outer hull of your spacecraft. This interaction creates a faint, incredibly hypnotic hiss, a sound that closely resembles soft white noise, or the gentle patter of a midnight rain falling on a thick canvas tent in the middle of a quiet forest. It is a predictable, continuous sound that instantly masks any intrusive thoughts your mind might try to construct. Inside the cabin, the sounds are even more calculated and soothing. The life support system operates with a deep, rhythmic breath, a slow, automated intake and release of crisp, purified air that encourages your own lungs to match its pace. Inhale deeply, counting to 4, and then release it slowly, matching the mechanical heartbeat of your ship. Beneath this superficial sound lies the core frequency of the spacecraft, the sub-bass vibration of the main antimatter reactor. This engine is specifically calibrated to hum at a steady, ultra-low frequency of 6 Hertz. In neuro-acoustic science, this specific frequency is highly powerful. It naturally encourages the human brain to leave behind the frantic beta waves of daily stress and slide effortlessly into the deep restorative delta waves required for dreamless healing sleep. Every single audio component in your immediate environment is completely safe, highly predictable, and deeply protective. The chaotic, exhausting noises of the bustling, overheated cities on Earth are now left behind, separated from you, by 33 light years of empty space. There are no sudden alarms here. There are no digital notifications to pull you back into reality, no external expectations, and no responsibilities left unfulfilled. There is only the rhythmic breathing of the spacecraft, the comforting, static hiss of the cosmic blizzard brushing against the glass, and the steady, slow beating of your own heart. You are perfectly insulated from the chaos of modern existence, floating inside a high-tech cocoon that knows exactly how to take care of you. Feel your body becoming heavier with every vibration of the engine, sinking deeper into the soft cushions of the seat, fully trusting the safety of your cosmic flight. The spaceship's central quantum computers operate in complete fluid silence, slowly turning the massive hull away from the final glowing embers of the red dwarf star. We have now fully crossed the permanent terminator line of Gliese 436b, entering the geometric center of the planet's vast, thousands of miles long planetary shadow. In this region of the solar system, the concept of daylight does not exist. There is no morning waiting for you on the horizon, no sunrise that will force you to wake up, and no societal clock ticking away the seconds of your existence. There is only an endless, magnificent, and protective midnight blue that completely envelops your spaceship cabin, wrapping you in a blanket of absolute cosmic darkness. Look out through the triple reinforced glass observation window one last time. The blinding, aggressive glare of the outer universe has been entirely extinguished, replaced by a soft, ancient, and deeply comforting indigo canvas that signals to every nerve in your body that it is finally time to surrender to the night. The internal illumination of the cockpit changes now, shifting from operational mode to a deep, low-voltage sleep ambiance. The bright digital displays, the flashing trajectory grids, and the glowing telemetry streams slowly dissolve, fading down to a faint, gentle amber pulse that mimics the slow, resting heartbeat of an ancient stellar voyager. The physical contrast between your immediate reality is a masterpiece of environmental safety. Outside your window, the temperature of the open vacuum hovers at absolute zero, a freezing void of pure silence and stillness. Yet, inside your custom-built cabin, you are cocooned in a highly stable, climate-controlled warmth. The air venting from the low-noise climate units is perfectly balanced, crisp, cool, and filled with rich oxygen that feels like a fresh winter breeze against your skin, while your body remains safely under the heavy insulating protection of your blanket. This exquisite balance between the frozen infinity outside and the absolute unyielding security inside creates a profound neurological anchor. Your survival instincts, which remain constantly active during the chaotic days on Earth, realize that there are no threats here. The automated shield generators are active. The structural integrity of the ship is absolute, and you are completely separated from the noise of the waking world by a vast ocean of 33 light years. Let your eyes drift across the majestic landscape, expanding below the ship's orbit. Without the overwhelming radiation of the host star to blind our optical sensors, the secret, luminescent beauty of the burning ice world finally reveals itself to human eyes. Deep within the upper chemical layers of the atmosphere, exotic bioluminescent gases begin to glow faintly in the dark, reacting to the planet's intense magnetic fields. They create massive, slow-moving curtains of electric violet, deep sapphire, and shimmering neon turquoise that gracefully drift across the dark hemisphere. These cosmic auroras look like rivers of liquid starlight, folding and unfolding over the frozen oceans of Ice 10 in an eternal silent ballet. As you watch these massive waves of colorful light crest, ripple, and slowly fade into the dark, challenge your mind to copy their exact cadence. Every thought that enters your consciousness is just like one of these distant atmospheric waves. It appears, it glows for a brief moment, and then it quietly dissolves back into the beautiful, dark vacuum of the background. You do not need to hold on to any thought. You do not need to analyze the fragments of your day, solve the equations of tomorrow, or fix any broken pieces of reality. The universe is incredibly wide, patient, and empty. In the grand design of this ancient cosmos, your anxieties are beautifully insignificant. You are allowed to be small. You are allowed to be tired. You are allowed to simply be an observer, floating safely in a warm ship, watching the majestic laws of physics govern the universe. The frost on your observation window continues to spread, growing more intricate and beautiful with every passing minute. The microscopic ice crystals outside aggregate into complex crystalline geometries, forming natural fractals that catch the distant, faint illumination of undiscovered galaxies millions of light years away. These frozen patterns on the glass are a visual representation of pure order and absolute stillness. Outside in the hyper-thin upper atmosphere, a gentle cosmic blizzard of frozen hydrogen and stellar dust brushes softly against the outer hull of your spacecraft. Because the ship is heavily insulated with multiple layers of titanium and aerogel, this violent cosmic storm is filtered down into a faint, incredibly rhythmic hiss. It is a continuous, predictable auditory blanket that sounds exactly like soft static, or the gentle, distant patter of winter rain falling on a thick canvas structure deep within a quiet, abandoned forest. This sound is perfectly steady. It has no rhythm changes, no sudden spikes, and no chaotic interruptions. It creates a seamless sonic wall that completely isolates your conscious mind from the lingering echoes of your daily stress. Listen deeper to the structural symphony of your space sanctuary. Beneath the superficial hiss of the ice blizzard lies the true foundation of your rest, the deep, mechanical sub-base drone of the ship's primary antimatter reactor. This engine does not roar or vibrate aggressively. It functions with a steady, low-frequency hum that is specifically calibrated by the ship's computers to vibrate at exactly 6 Hz. In neuro-acoustic science, this precise frequency is deeply powerful. It interacts directly with your brainwaves, gently pulling your consciousness away from the fast, chaotic beta waves of daily anxiety and guiding you down into the slow, rolling delta waves that are required for deep, dreamless, and cellularly restorative sleep. With every breath you take, feel your physical body syncing its rhythm with this mechanical heartbeat. Inhale the cool, purified air for a slow count of 4. Hold it at the top, feeling the absolute stillness of the vacuum, and then release it for another slow count of 4, letting your muscles sink a centimeter deeper into the soft cushions of your seat. Your breathing is becoming a part of the ship's life support system. You are no longer trying to control your state. you are letting the automation of the spacecraft carry you forward into the dark. Look down through the frost-rimmed glass one final time as the ship begins its slow, automated departure sequence, gently expanding its orbit away from Gliese 436b. Beneath the rippling violet auroras, the endless plains of high-pressure ice spin silently in the dark, unbothered by the concept of time. This planet has existed in this exact state of magnificent, calm contradiction for billions of years, balancing 400 degrees of surface heat with thousands of miles of solid structural ice through the sheer power of its gravity. It does not rush through its orbit. It does not stress about its dangerous proximity to the fire of its star. It simply exists, a monument of cosmic stability and cosmic peace. Allow your mind to fully absorb this ancient, grounded energy. Let your conscious thoughts freeze into beautiful, unmoving crystals of ice. Your physical limbs now feel incredibly heavy, as if the immense gravity of the ice planet below is gently reaching through the hull, pulling the remaining tension out of your muscles and locking your body into a state of absolute relaxation against the mattress. The heavy boundary between your physical self, the warm cabin, and the infinite, peaceful void outside is softly blurring, melting away into a singular, unified experience of ultimate rest. The ship's automated flight computer now initiates the final phase of slumber mode. The absolute last of the cockpit indicator lights slowly dim down to 0%, plunging the interior of the cabin into a warm, pitch-black tranquility, where only the faint, microscopic shimmer of the external stars remains visible. The navigation vectors are locked. The defensive shield parameters are completely stable, and the automated path through the interstellar highway is guaranteed. There is absolutely nothing left for your eyes to watch. There is no information left for your brain to process, analyze, or worry about. The advanced science of the cosmos has opened its doors, showed you its greatest hidden paradoxes, and now it gently closes the book, inviting you to participate in the most ancient natural science of all, the absolute surrender of human consciousness into the deep, healing dark. Your mind is now a completely calm, infinitely clear night sky. The heavy anxieties, the responsibilities, and the exhausting summer heat of your earthly life have all burned up like harmless, beautiful shooting stars in the upper atmosphere, leaving behind a vast, dark, and perfectly unbroken quiet. Let yourself slide quietly and completely under the final horizon of the waking world. Fall into the deep, cool, and welcoming embrace of the infinite universe. The ship will keep flying through the quiet. The stars will keep burning in the distance, and the burning ice world will keep spinning in its lonely corner of space. You are completely safe. You are highly protected. You are exactly where you belong. You are home. Safe travels through the stars from all of us here at 4-Bit Sleep. Close your eyes. Let go of the final thread of reality and dream.